Hello and welcome back to another DIY video. Before we get started, make sure you give me that thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the bottom right hand corner. And we will be changing the engine oil on my Range Rover Sport. We'll get started here in just a moment. Some tools you're going to need some type of wheel ramps like this, and obviously an oil catch pan. Some additional tools for the actual DIY from left to right. This is just going to be a standard torque wrench right here. Mine's a digital torque wrench. 3/8 ratchet, some type of extension tool. This is a 13mm bit. 15mm, kind of like a crescent wrench or a box wrench. The oil filter removal tool. I believe it's going to take this special one right here that I got off of Atlantic British. This is the part number right there. The JA19015. Part number for the drain bolt. I usually change these for every 2 oil changes. I change it because it has a rubber gasket seal at the bottom. That's your oil filter. There's the part number. This is where I bought all my stuff from. Oil type I'm using is the 5W20. That should be OEM. Alright, so I wrote it up on my wheel ramps. I put it in park and put on the emergency brake. This is pretty much what it looks like right there. I don't think I need to do a video of that. And now to pop your hood, the latch is going to be right under here towards the front, but we're going to go over to the driver's side. Over here on the driver's side door, pop the door open. Your hood latch pull is right here. Going back to the front. Going back to the front. Right between the E and the R, just right in the middle. Right there. Give it a pull. Before you lift it all the way up, if you're doing it in a garage like mine, I just kind of throw a towel over here so it doesn't get all scratched up from the garage door. So once you have everything open, this is what my setup looks like right there. You'll have full exposure to where we need to go. You just need to remove some of these cover items right here, but again, it's not too bad. I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning, but make sure you get your car up to operating temperature first, just to make sure the engine oil flows smoothly. So what we're looking for at the top is gaining access to the oil filter housing. You just remove this engine cover shroud, whatever this is called, pull up. See? And go up and out. Whoops. Put the camera down, but go put it somewhere on the floor. Now that it is exposed, go over to the passenger side. It's this big cylinder item right here. The oil filler cap is to the right. It's on the driver's side. Right there. I know it says Castro. Honestly, you can use any oil you want as long as it meets the specifications. I'm going to place my camera down here. Take that little oil filter cup I showed you at the beginning. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Already. Anyways, take that out and put it somewhere. Now just go over to the oil filler cap, open it up, or at least crack it. Just put this somewhere safe. You notice there is a tube in there because there's 2 ways to do the oil change on the Range Rovers. You can use the extraction method where it's using a vacuum, or we're going to do it the way I'm doing right now just because I don't have the extraction vacuum. I'm going to do mine the old school way, so I'm going to be draining the oil from the bottom. Now we're going to go to the bottom. Right there. There's a very heavy duty skid plate right there. These nuts that are surrounding it all around, these are 13 millimeter bits. You notice at the beginning of the video I got a 15 millimeter crescent wrench as well, just in case I have to hold on this side to loosen this up. But that's what we're going to be doing, loosening all these nuts off and then taking off the skid plate. It's just spinning, so I need to get a 15 millimeter crescent wrench on the other side and hold it. Take this back one all the way up just yet, so I can hold it in place. You'll notice it's a long screw. Yeah, you gotta get a wrench to hold it on the other side. We'll put this little one back on so it can hold it for me. If you can't remember the screw placement, take a picture. Or, actually, you know what? Honestly, I might not remember, so let's do that. Alright, so this plate is pretty heavy. Let's see. Some spacers on the end. Can we assume that right there? There's one rolling down the street. Let me go get it. Alright, you should have full access to your drain bolt. Let me zoom in. It's right up there. The little black bolt right there. You'll notice that if you look to the right of it, if you need to do your differential fluid, it's right here as well. So that's the fill, and the drain's probably somewhere along the line is right there. I need to go get a breaker bar though, because this feels like it's never been taken off, so it's probably, I can only assume they probably vacuumed it, which is, you know, again, that's another option to do this oil change. go get my container. I'm trying to put this up a little higher because I fully expect this to be very, very messy. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I'm quite certain it's going to spill into the oil cooler right here. You'll see it right there. I'm just holding it for just a moment and I'll put it down. It's getting heavy right now anyway, so. Okay, I'm going to let that drain out for a little bit. I'm going to go prep our oil filter. So we're waiting right now for the oil to drain. I can still hear it dripping, so I'm just going to show you here where the oil filter cap is. If you just get a flashlight, shine it in there, you'll see the actual chain. That's your timing chain. What you're going to want to do is just take a flat blade screwdriver. You definitely won't be able to see it when I do this because I only have one hand. Actually, I just thought about it. Let me just see if that works. And it does not. Whoa, that could have been bad. Let's see. Well, you can see it in the frame right here when I do that. There's that big chain. You're just gonna get a flat blade screwdriver or just some type of screwdriver. Again, you're just trying to make sure that there's not too much play on it. It should be, you know, relatively tight. All right. These oil filters are pretty cool just because you'll notice those O-ring gaskets on it. It's already installed on the float clip. So all we have to do here is just get some fresh oil. Lubricate that. Alright, that should pretty much be good to go. Oh. I want to take the canister cover right here. I'm just going to clean it a little bit, but there's an O-ring gasket on it. Remove this, put the new one on, and just put some oil on it, just like fresh oil. Honestly, there's probably enough oil on there for you to put it on, but it's fine, not a big deal. So when we reinstall it, you'll notice these two tabs right there in the frame. Make sure they are lined up on the actual canister cover. Hopefully you heard that. That's it clipping into place. These nubs right here go downward like this. So 18 foot-pounds. going back down to the bottom. So I went ahead, this is good enough for me. As far as that slow drip, I got my new washer, excuse me, drain bolt. It already has the rubber gasket on it. There. Put this in right there. Okay. 18 foot-pounds. That's it. All right. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and stop the video there, because all you have to do now is fill your oil back up. It takes about 8.5 quarts of motor oil. You're gonna turn on the car and let it run for just a few seconds. Go back under the car and make sure it's not leaking, and then of course put that skid plate back on. I'm not going to torque the skid plates down. I don't have the torque values for those on hand anyways, but if you like this video, make sure you give me that thumbs up to help with the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on the bottom right hand corner, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.